As the eyes of the world descend, not upon the lands of Eardsihimmle, but rather within the realm of the Fae. A land broken shortly before the Age of Exodus, with the arrival of a new kingdom, or a formerly lost one, had split the Kingdom of Seasons in several different ways as new Fae and Archfae rush to establish their own kingdoms. As there are the Dawnlands, the Twilight Ministry, the Dusk Empire, the Spring Court, the Summer Conglomerate, the Autumn Republic, and the Winter Duchy. As we travel through the fields of endless hues and colors and environmental design, we find ourselves within the training grounds of the Winter Duchy as you lay upon your back, staring up at the sky, trying to catch your bearings as you, Briar, awaken in the middle of your training. Would you like to describe your character for me?
All right. Friar is an Eladrin. She, in all her forms, has light eyes, light hair, and fair skin, with long, billowing curls. Eladrins often change with the seasons, but she is always identifiable by those traits.
Of course. As you lay there with your head slightly spinning, you hear the faint light voice from along the fence side as you hear your name being shouted. Get up, Briar! Come on, get up! As your head kind of just turns, you can see as your sickly brother, Helbor, standing there kind of just shouting you on as you notice as the battle master just kind of walks around you and says, "This really how a guardian of the duchy is going to be, laying on her back, staring up at the sky?"
Do I not deserve a bit of respite every now and then?
You do, but not now. As you can see, as the wooden sword that you were using for training kind of gets kicked in your general direction.
Fine. Up the sword.
All right. And as you do, and you curl yourself back onto your feet as you see as the battle master's like, there you go. Now come. And as you continue on with your training, you can hear as Helbor, even though sickly, standing next to the side, constantly cheering you on. As the rest of your training comes to completion, you feel yourself out of breath and just a wee bit sore.
I'll make my way off the training grounds, just kind of limping a little bit.
Yeah. As You see as your younger brother as he comes to approach you. Did fantastic out there.
Did you expect anything less?
No. As he notices you in pain, he goes and he pulls out what is the symbol of the duchy itself as he grasps hold of it, and as magic flows out from his hand, you feel the slight coolness as it wraps around you and some of your wounds begin to heal. After he finishes, you see as he kind of just like grip this symbol a little tighter as a violent cough comes out.
Are you alright? Is it getting worse?
It's okay.
Don't strain yourself.
I'll be fine. I hear Father's coming back soon.
Who'd you hear that from?
As his head turns, you can see a parting of the crowd as stepping towards you is the same kind of vicious under the skin woman, but her procession is very fae-like, almost near floating as she just walks across the ground, her tight bun kind of wrapped in the back, this bright hair, and this very upturned nose face. As she approaches, you see as several guards all begin to stand at attention. The Duchess. As she looks at her son. Hellboy, what are you doing out again? And you see as his head kind of lowers. I was just watching the training. The soldiers. And you see like there is just this wash of I don't want my son to be sick. Before she goes and approaches him. You need your strength for the ritual, darling. Now, return back to your room. I will send for handmaidens. Make sure that it is warm. And you see as he shakes his head and goes off before her eyes trail upon you.
Hello.
Before turning and walking away from you. Make me a perception check real quick.
Okay. I'm trying to find where that is on this new...
Oh. Should be in the skills.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah. Okay. As you can hear some of the guardsmen just like kind of a bit aloud. How cold. She's a young duchess herself. It's also family. I can't believe she would even treat her stepdaughter like that. And right before as your mother leaves the area, or your stepmother leaves the area, she turns her head. I'm in need of guard. And you see as some of them straighten up, stop talking, and then make their way towards her as they kind of follow along.
Can I try to follow them, see if I can sneak and spy a little bit?
Surely. As you follow along closely, you continue to hear from your perception this sound of people speaking about your father's return as he's coming back from the spring court. And you also hear a few whispers of clashing with the Autumn Republic, as these new kingdoms, even though young and fresh, they are already bickering and at each other's throats just as quickly as they were established. As you reach the main road that leads up to the castle, you begin to hear the sounds of heavy wheels, and as well as these massive stag-like creatures that come walking through. One of them atop, as just a little bit down the way, you notice as your mother is also looking towards the open gate, as atop this massive stag is your father. The same hair like yours, the same steely colored eyes, but far more larger in presence, as he makes his way over. He regards to his wife just lightly before catching an eye with you, and as his beast comes to stop in front of you, he dismounts and looks you up and down. You have dirt on your back.
What did he say? You have dirt on your back?
Yes.
Well, when one trains as hard as I must, I may have fallen a few times.
As you see, as he puts a hand on your shoulder, worry not. Your mother was the same with me. I can tell you, I've had more than my fair share of dirt clouds to work out of my hair.
Welcome back, Father.
It's good to be back. As you see, as the face becomes a bit more solemn, and he turns it away from your stepmother, he reaches towards your ear. War is on the way. Meet me in the throne room.
Oh, okay. Now?
No. Before
I'll
finally...
be there.
Yeah. Before finally remounting his beast and quickly, along with the procession of all of his guards, comes through as you split off from the crowd. And you could see the eyes just through them all, still staring at you. This judgment.
I sort of stick up my nose and haughtily turn away from the judgmental eyes and make my way in the direction of the throne room.
Alright. As you go through the entirety of the duchy and you find yourself in the massive room, sitting there along with the same battle master that was training you, right next to him. After you do the ceremony of it all, you can hear as your father, right, your mother's not here. Stand proud.
She does.
There's a lot more complicated things that are happening that we are
dealing with since the Spring Court has split. They're looking to try and establish a peace treaty to bring the entirety of the Winter Duchy back into its fold.
What's the matter with the peace treaty?
It would be the same way things were 25 years ago. Tatiana ruling over everything and telling us exactly what she wants, how she wants it, when she wants it. This measure of independence that we have had thus far is something that many, and those within the Winter Duchy, have enjoyed. So to capitulate now would be a betrayal of not only our people, but also this homeland that we've created. So
what are we doing about it then?
we are definitely going to need the primordial element spirit that we've been harboring for generations now. As you know, that torch had passed you and went to your brother. He's needed for the ritual.
Yes.
So, as guardian, you are to be there.
I understand.
Very good.
As he stands up and he makes his way over towards you.
You've worked very hard for a very long time. It's time to shut your mother up, eh?
About damn time.
The ritual will commence at dawn. By first light, your brother will be the vessel for the primordial spirit of Fenrir. And you will be his guardian.
Will it be alright with his condition of late?
You see as he looks at you deeply and then
I believe that choice is up to him. He says he's ready and he feels like it will make him stronger.
I hope he's right.
That said,
as you see as he passes your shoulder.
Speak with him later tonight. Make sure he's fine.
I will.
In the meantime, I will need to go and talk to Moraine.
As he passes by you, he makes his way out of the throne room for the battle master as he looks at you.
Good work, young guardian.
Thank you.
You do your actual mother proud.
That's all I want.
As you see as he does the salute before heading out. As the hours pass, and a land that was once known for its infinite twilight now fading into actual night for the first time in a long time these past 25 years. You make your way into one of the high towers, a place where it would not be easy to make their way to Helbor, if those who had any ill intent to make their way here. Before knocking on his door, you hear the sound of, "Come in."
I open the door, let myself in, and close it behind me.
You can feel a measure of warmth within this room. There are various small trinkets and toys as your younger brother, as he's already in his bed, kind of just waiting to rest for the night. Brian!
Helbor, how are you feeling?
Not as bad as before.
I don't only mean that. I did mean about the ritual.
Well, I'm nervous, as anyone would be. But at least I know deep down that I will finally be able to mean something to the duchy.
You've always meant something to the duchy. To us.
I know, it's just... And you see as he looks at you, just like with this bright eye, and he looks at his sister with this measure of heroicism, like this being out of a storybook. You're stronger. You're better at magic. You have so much about you that anybody would want to be. And all I am is just going to be a vessel for Fenrir.
But don't you understand what an honor that is?
I know. It's just... I'll just be borrowing somebody else's strength for a while.
You're strong too. There are lots of different ways to measure strength. You are fulfilling what Father might call a sacred right. You're meant to be the vessel. Not someone like me, but you. My darling little brother.
You stay outside the door for me tonight, won't you?
I will. I'll stand guard.
Thank you. You see as his nervousness fades away. Even though your lives and your ages can be so long, he's merely a couple of decades younger than you. In a lot of ways, for those of Fey ancestry, he is almost an adult. Still young, but it does soothe the mind. As you stand guard, you see as each passing duchy soldier as they come by, making sure that you're okay, you're well fed. You give yourself a few hours of trance before your mind is refreshed and renewed. And you can see as your father approaches, moments before daybreak. It's time.
Okay.
As he opens the door, you can see already prepared this kind of lightly outfitted jacket and equipment, along with his own blade to the side. You travel throughout the duchy into the lower levels as you make it into this large circular room with what looks like to be these massive roots that come straight from the world tree in the center of the Pharaoh. As it rapidly grew, it made its roots reach here. And around it you can see these small floating ice crystals. And a single center one that kind of just builds around. Along it, you see atop what looks like to be this somewhat balcony section that allows everybody to kind of look down and keep an eye on things. As about 4 to 5 guards stand outside of the ritual room. Yourself and your father take to the upper level. And you see as your brother stands before the massive crystal.
Even in the seriousness of everything, I try to subtly give him a smile and a small thumbs up of encouragement.
You do see the eyes steel in the resolve for approaching the massive ice crystal. And you begin to hear these ritualistic words as they leave his mouth. You notice that this flow of ice, almost as if light refracts from each of the small floating crystals down to the center. And then as it enters it then comes back onto Hellboy. As he continues this ritualistic prayer, your head suddenly feels like it's splitting. As almost as if you begin to hear these strange words as they enter your mind. Check and see if you have. Oh. Primordial words enter your mind. This voice. Alvo Sivondo. Savidism. More baby. As you lean over the railing, you can see as if time slowly stops, this gray of it all. As it is this endless ringing, this pounding. It feels like a nail is entering the side of your brain. As you stare down and you see this figure dark and red. Hair as pale and as white as snow. Pair of green or red, deep red, starry-like eyes. As you can see this being under the hood, it is malicious intent. And as it smiles, you see these long fangs on each side.
I'm gripping my head with my hands as it pounds agonizingly. And I'm like kind of squinting my eyes to see if I can get a better look at whatever this thing is.
It's hard to tell, but as it stands behind your brother in this cold and stopped space, your body immediately jumps to action.
Is it within 30 feet to my brother?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will face Steph.
As you draw a blade and you rush your way towards this figure, you see as they just disappear like an illusion as time resumes, and as you knock into your brother, a burst of ice flows out. As this explosion of ice begins to explode, you begin to hear the voices again. Volum perdido. Fenrir. As a striking cold hits your heart. You hear the sounds of soldiers as they enter. You hear the sounds of screaming. You can't see. Everything's in blinding white. There is a blizzard in this place, this holy place. There is a blinding white here. There is cold, infinite, unyielding cold. And then, almost as if, like frost receding on the surface of a mirror, you see the face of your brother. In fear. As if backing away from you.
No. I won't.
You feel trapped as if chains along your wrists. As a massive paw comes down on your brother, just pushing him into the ground. It's like you're watching a beast. A beast attacking. And then you hear as this inhale, this breath as it pulls in. You then watch as this exhale of blizzard come bearing down upon your brother as he is mortally covered in an infinity of ice.
My eyes are immediately wet and they're wide in horror. And as I'm trying to cry, it's like it freezes onto my cheeks.
As you can just hear, as every time just more ice begins to build under your eyes, you just hear the sound of your brother. Help me, Briar. Help me.
I rush forward
As you rush
towards the ice.
as you feel the chains and you just feel as if your arms could be ripped off from your shoulders. You just scream like a beast, staring down, trying to get to your brother. And as you look up, you see that same cloaked figure smiling, the long fangs, the glowing starry eyes, the bits of long white hair that kind of cover each side. You see is just laughs as standing there in her hand, held by the hair of your father's head before it drops. How disappointing. Before finally you see as this cloaked figure disappears into the dark ether.
I look around for any trace of where it may have gone.
It is away from this place. As you look around, you can hear this gnarling, this gash, this gnashing, the sound of this pack of wolves in your mind as it becomes too much, as the pain just becomes too much. Before finally you black out. As seconds tick, minutes tick, an hour ticks away, and you feel yourself being lifted as the sound of a woman screaming in the background. And more moments pass, you begin to hear the sounds of people talking. There's discussions, there's this pressure from all sides, and then there's the slamming of a gate. And suddenly your head becomes clear as you shoot upright, as the sound of crackling ice that kind of just embodied around you, the very cold of the water in the air just forming around you as you just shoot up and break through them. And you are in this cell, this dungeon.
I... Can I try to shake the bars?
Surely.
See if any of them are loose.
As you shake the bars, you can definitely tell they're made here within the duchy. They are not loose, but as you release them, you can see frost has built around the bars.
I kind of observe my own hands almost in horror as I realize that that's probably coming from my touch. Do I hear anybody around?
You do. As you begin to hear sounds of individuals kind of making their way here as footsteps kind of rushing. You notice that the Battle Master, as he approaches you, he looks at you as if you are different, something else.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm sorry, Lady Felwood.
Don't apologize, just let me out.
I'm afraid I can't, Lady Felwood.
Why can't you?
As his head turns to the side, he takes a step closer.
You're under suspicion that you killed your brother and father in the ritual.
I would never do such a thing. You know I would never do such a thing.
I know you would never do such a thing, but you were the only one there.
No! There was another! Did you not see them?
There was no one else there.
But there was! Horrible smile! Red robe!
I'm sorry, Lady Felwood, but there was no one else there.
But there was. I swear it. I swear it. Upon my father. Upon Helbor. It was not me. You must let me out. I can clear my name.
And you hear the sound of this witch. You will do no such thing. As you see as she steps around from the corner, you notice just this tears and depression and anger. You will be put on trial. Killing an archfey, and as well as the Duke to be.
I did not do it. I did not do it.
You were the only one there!
No, there was more! There was another!
Then where are they?
They disappeared. They absconded. I will find them. That was my father! That was my brother!
And you see as she slams her hands up against the the jail cell. He was my son!
I would never. I only wanted to protect him. You cannot believe that I would be guilty of such a crime.
Fenrir passed the torch from you to your brother. I can only imagine the jealousy that would have befallen upon your mind. Battle
I was
Master,
not jealous.
prepare the chains. Your fate will be left to council. Briar. As she leaves, see as there's just this confliction in his face.
Please. I didn't do it. Please let me out so I can prove it.
Make me a persuasion check. With advantage.
Ooh, with advantage.
Yes.
I'll just roll twice.
Yes. Natural.
22.
As he turns his back and he goes for a pair of shackles off the wall. And he pulls the keys out. As Battlemaster Calidor, as he unlocks the gate and he pulls it open. Follow me. Come on.
She follows.
As he pushes further
she's quickly going.
Yeah. As he pushes further into the dungeons, you see as there are various other kind of needed to be cooled off prisoners here before finally reaching a dead end. And as he pushes in a stone, it reveals a hidden passageway. An emergency route that me and your father had always planned for in case something goes bad. Come.
Okay.
As pushing the door back, you two flee the Winter Duchy late into the night. You begin to hear the shouts of guards and various individuals calling for their dogs to be sent out. You see as low-lit torches along the high walls of the kingdom. As he pushes forward and through, he grabs his blade and he gives you one of the sparing staves that he usually keeps alongside in his bag of holding, as he provides both of them to you. Head to the Autumn Republic. Go through the World Tree Gate. There will be somebody within Viveris that might be able to help you. I do not know what has happened, and I do not know why it is happening. But I believe you.
Thank you.
As he grabs both of your shoulders, you are a guardian. These tears are not going to bring either your father or your brother back at all. Be strong.
Okay. I shall try.
Go. As he pushes you off, he notices the armored gloves on his hands have completely frosted over. As you rush your way through the Fey Realm, with the massive center tree as your guide, you manage to make it towards a portal as the massive split of the world tree acts as this realm between realms. And then you hear the voice again.
Solvilum, Sifenridium.
I run through the portal.
As you do, right at the moment of a transition between guards, you find yourself falling through the world tree. Flashes of light and this infinity of color and shape before finally stepping out into the bright daylight of Avaris, within one of its many, many cities, whose name I do not have in my list right now. As you stand there, you take note that there are a number of druids around this world tree. See various different kinds, between elves to half-elves to firbolgs, a couple of satyrs, all living on this massive world tree on the other side within the realm of Eardsihimmle. This cool sun. You hear the sounds of a couple of boots as it approaches you. Well, now this is an interesting sight, especially given this whole thing. As you turn, you see one individual not dressed like any other. A dark, long-haired man with a pair of round spectacles, this almost military-esque jacket, as well as on the side this thick book. And kind of walking around him are these like little cats made of shadow, with a gold and silver eye in each one of them.
Who are you?
I am a man of very little concern, but you can call me Zaki. If you want a name, at least.
Can you tell me where I am? I'm far from home.
I can tell. You have a Fey vibe about you. As he goes and approaches, you can see he stops as if his nose wrinkles at the cold air around you. Ah. Interesting.
Is something the matter?
Yes.
You are imbalanced. Yet... There is a man I know. City of Orifheim. He might be able to actually help you a little bit better than I. I'm just here to figure out where your story begins and hopefully see when it ends.
Who is this man who can help?
He is a Magus, a practitioner of magical engineering, and probably might be able to help you with this cold situation. His name is Vance Knight.
And where is this? What did you say it was? Orifheim?
Yes. It is a mid-southern country, as he kind of draws upon one of the small smoky-like cats as if to kind of create this somewhat like visual of a world map. As he points it towards you. Here is Faveras, where we are. And here is Alanon, where Orifheim is. And there is an entire ocean between these two places.
Oh God. How will I get there?
As he looks you up and down, quite easily, actually. He goes into his jacket and he pulls out a light silver platinum piece. And on it you can see what looks like to be the godly figure of Metalius. As he just flings it at you. And catch. There should be an airship that makes its way back into Alanon by sunrise. Tell them that a small black cat sent you.
Thank you.
Don't thank me now. Like I said, I'm here to see where your story begins and where it will end. Goodbye for now, Briarfellwood.
How do you know my name?
As you see as he kind of just waves his hand, I know everyone's name. And almost as quickly as the shadow appeared, he disappears into the ether.
Briar just shakes her head. That guy somehow managed to give her even more of a headache. On top of her already very difficult day.
As night turns to day, as you end up boarding upon the airship that makes its way to Alanon, a simple air trade route that kind of has always been this unifying nation between Alanon and Faveras, as this conflict doesn't really bring to light what are the many others that go around Alanon, as you hear from various whispers of other passengers about the ongoing civil dispute between the Eastern Coalition and the rest of the Greater Al-Anon territories. You hear about this recent change that has happened within the Barren Lands in the Northwest. And even though as you keep to yourself, you can definitely tell those who are around don't have the bravery to speak to you about the cold that falls off of you. And so many of them have kept their distance.
Briar sort of puts on an aloof expression, kind of putting on airs as if she is uncaring about the distance that everyone keeps from her.
Yeah. As you do. You find your place, or find your way into the massive metropolis city, burgeoning on magical technology and various individuals of all walks of life. You ask around about this Vance Knight before being led to what is this kind of higher bougie-esque living in the north end of Ortifheim, as you take note of this massive kind of workshop that has now begun to kind of thin down a lot of its tools and equipment and various other things. As you look inside the building, you hear a voice as it reaches out to you. I'm sorry, can I help you?
I'm looking for a Vance Knight.
As you can see as he kind of walks around, you take note to this large mechanical arm and this eyepiece that covers over the left eye. Bright red hair and this kind of like well-kept goatee, as well as a lot of his red and green motif equipment. You can tell he is somebody that likes to work with his hands as he looks at you. That would be me, actually. My word. Is it cold in here, or,
It's just me.
I see.
I was told that you could help. I seem to be freezing the things I touch, and even making the air around me burning cold.
I can actually. Something experimental. Just a moment as he runs over and he kind of throws some stuff out of boxes and notices stuff kind of just getting knocked over before finally like finding this small round contraption with what looks like to be this blackened oil kind of filled to the top. And as he comes over, it has this deep radiating heat. During your travels making your way here, it seems like no fire has been able to regulate whatever it is that is going on with you. Let's try this. As he hands it to you, you feel for the first time in days, weeks since you left, warmth.
How long will this last?
30 days at most. It's using a very particular material. Astounding. Something like this could definitely help a lot more, especially in the Barren Lands. Given everything going on there. Right. Okay. I know you came here looking for help, but I maybe we can help each other.
What would you like for me to do?
Well, first off, I would probably need you to travel some more, since it seems like you came a long way, and I'm actually packing everything up here. I found myself a new job in Kerry Morith. I'm putting a guild together in order to do more experimentation with, as pointing towards this. This material is called witch oil. Quite a unique material. It was left behind during the Titan attack some 25 years ago, and this has multiple different properties, and the fact that it can warm a cool spirit. I'm getting past myself. The point is that I can get you more witch oil, and I need to continue my research, and I'm also looking to head into the deeper dungeons within Karimora. And I'm going to need a guild in order to do that, so...
So you want me to help you form this guild?
Yes, actually. It would be helpful.
I'm sure this may surprise you, based on my sunny demeanor. But I don't know if I don't know how good I would be at recruiting people for you. But I can try.
Well, I can still do recruitment on my end. I mean, you can... I just need guild members in order to head into the dungeons, so...
Very well. If what you need is more of this witch oil, I will do what I can to help.
Fantastic. This is so exciting. More witch oil, and we'll also be doing research on the Lost Age, and there's the whole thing going on about Meridian, but that's a completely different thing. Listen, you go on ahead. Make your way through the Boreal Grove. It should be, as he goes into his bag, he pulls out this small round device, a mercurial atlas, as it spreads out into this wide map. Kind of almost as accurate as it can be with Al-Anon, and it almost seems almost 3D based off of how it built. Wonderful device. It only knows as much as you do, but I've been around Al-Anon for quite some time, so... anyways, as he points out, as it heads out towards the east, you note that you're kind of here, and then it goes out to there. A massive grove for druids. Make your way through the Boreal Grove, and then continue to head east, and once you get past the east gate, head down south along the western end of Karimorth, and my new guild building should be there.
Very well.
Fantastic. I'm sorry, your name.
My name is Briar. Briar Fellwood.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Briar Fellwood. As he extends out his robotic arm, the one that probably won't get hurt.
Briar looks at her hand kind of apprehensively before reaching it out to shake his robotic hand.
Yep. And as you shake it, you can see as the frost kind of builds a bit, and then as he lets go, it's like fascinating. You are fascinating. Well then, you go on ahead then. I still have a few days work left, and I also have to transport along with the Rosewalls eventually as well, but I will see you in Kaer Morth, right?
I'll see you there.
Fantastic. As he gives a very quick bow, this nerd of a man, as he continues to make his way and rounds within Orderheim. As a week passes, as you make your way to Kaer Morth, passing through the Boreal Grove for a couple nights, and again hearing that voice, this primordial voice here within the grove, before shaking it off again and making your way further into the city. You notice that there is a massive center tower, and looks like to be tall and amazing buildings within this city of Kaer Morth. A magitocracy led by a figure known as the Grand Mage. You can see that there are people much like in Orderheim from all walks of life. But you notice that a lot more are part of groups and guilds. You hear the faint roars of machinery, these personal transportation devices known as Ven Reavers, as they kind of roar through the streets and cities as wind magic keeps them afloat. And finally, you descend upon this building with what looks like to be magical technology all along its front side. As you enter it, it is homely, quiet, and you begin to inspect the whole place. You're the first to see this, even before Vance. It's calm for the first time in a while. As you enter this small kind of solar foyer area off to the side, the glow of the sun as it rains down, the glint of this amulet, as you raise it up, you notice that it has burned through quite a bit of that witch oil.
Hmm.
And after a bit of time with yourself, you hear outside the window the sounds of children as they scream, laugh, and play. As one of them shouts, "I'm the Ash Man! I will defeat the evil!" And kind of just like this icy ghost in the window, as one of the kids locks eyes with you. And at the slightest movement, you see as they scream running away.
I sort of frown and draw the curtains.
And you hear the click of a door as it opens. As a massive 6'7" man with looks like to be this massive fur mantle, bright red hair, and these beautiful purple eyes. As he looks at you, this is probably one of those people that Vance might have recruited, as he seems nice. And with the smug smile, with a bit of pride in the eye. So,
I regard him very apprehensively. Almost like, imagine a cat bigging its tail. As I take a step back.
yeah.
Who are you?
As he goes to speak, you hear as more individuals come through the door, as the guild begins to slowly form. More and more people are about to enter this strange set of circumstances. But with that, I believe, so we're going to go ahead and end today's session.
Woo!
Alrighty. So with that, we're going to do one last clap sync, and then we'll head on off. I'm excited!
Alright.